Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at The New World from Image Comics. This is issue 1, written by Alice Cott. I'm sorry, I'm not good with foreign names. Artist Trad Moore, color artist Heather Moore. Flatter was by Yes Flat, letterer by Clayton Cowles, designer Tom Muller, production artist Ryan Brewer. Special thanks to Jordi Belair and David B. Cooper. Alright, so this is the dark future of the world where nuclear bombs were set off. Nobody really knows what happened, and the country was divided up into 4 regions. We got New California, No Man's Land, the United States of East Americas, the Union of Federations. And this goes on for a few pages, but the story takes place in New California, so I don't know why we needed like 3 big pages of that. This is a really thick book for $5. If you like the art style, it's a really good value. But now our story focuses on a woman named Stella and a guy named Kirby. Now she's a strong, independent black woman that don't need no man, and he is an Asian computer hacker. So the stereotypes lives long and strong in this one. But she's a cop. She's got a couple of what look like P90s that she carries around on her little pseudo stormtrooper outfit, and he has a whole bunch of pockets. Like Rob Liefeld would be like, whoa, dial it back on the pouches. This guy goes in to hack the system while she's on a raid, and she's supposed to follow the directions of the people. You vote, and they decide whether the person lives or erases. They voted to erase, but she doesn't kill. Meanwhile, this hacker guy installs this thing that says smash the police state. So he's some sort of like quasi-anarchist in a police state. And she meets with the disapproval of her father, who's like the president or whatever. And they start figuring out who this kid is, and then they realize that it's this infamous hacker who always wears the same flag jacket, so I don't know how they didn't recognize him. And then they independently go out to party, and they end up hooking up in a bathroom and having sex, and there's some silly stuff. No, it doesn't matter. They both realize that the other one is who they are, so he realizes that she's the cop that's like one of the best in the country or whatever, and she realizes that he's the target, and it's really dumb. This book was terrible. There's a backup story with pretty good art, actually. That story was pretty... I didn't care about it at all. I thought it was boring and kind of dumb and pointless. But the art by Sonado C, it was actually pretty good. And I thought the art style's got a lot of potential. Not my kind of style, but I thought there's definitely talent there. So I like that art style better than the main book. The main book looked like something that was drawn in like the 40s by some like white nationalist group. Everybody looks like a really racist stereotype. Like the Asian guy has like really exaggerated Asian eyes, and she looks like anything I say is going to sound totally racist. So I would not recommend this book. The story was boring. Nothing really happened, and anything that did happen I just didn't care about. I was just bored through the entire thing. Like I said, I didn't like the art style. It's not my thing. I understand it's very popular with some people, but I don't like that psychedelic indie art. It's a little too pop art for me. I don't care for it. I think it's weird and boring, and it looks like somebody did a lot of drugs. Very good job by the colors. The colors really pop, but if you like pop art, you'll probably like the art, but the story was just drivel. I'm not going to recommend this. The story bored me to no end. It was a slog. About a third the way through, I was insanely bored and had to force myself to read it, hoping it would go somewhere, and it doesn't. It just kind of drags on. You get your money's worth for $5 on page count, and the paper quality is really good. Way better than Marvel's. If you're into this style of art, you should pick it up, then it'll probably be worth money. I didn't think this was worth anything. I thought it was a waste of my $5, but if you really like this type of art, definitely check it out. The story was a complete waste of time though. But that's just my take on it. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing so you don't miss future reviews. Patreon links are in the description and on the About page. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.